मागच्या साईडला आहे.
Okay.
Hello, am I audible? Is my screen visible?
Yes,
Check.
ma'am.
Okay, so shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What was the last point?
Open addressing.
Open hashing.
No, ma'am. Open addressing.
Yes, yes. Linear probing, no? We have
Yes.
seen the example of linear probing, and we have also seen the problems with linear probing, so that we can study quadratic probing. Okay, so we have already started the quadratic probing. I have given you the formula to find out the H key using the quadratic probing technique, isn't it? So here, is my screen visible? Please check. I have already given
Yes,
the
ma'am.
formula. H key is equal to hash key plus I square mod M. Okay.
Good. Comfortable with me?
Yes. Wait a minute. Am I audible clearly now, Sakshi? I think now it's clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's take one example to solve this, to see the concept of quadratic probing. Okay. Suppose, for example, if you have to insert some elements like 37, 90, 55, 22, 11, 17, 49, and 87. Okay. We will fill the hash table step by step. This is the index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 9. Okay. That means your table size is 10. So take the first number 37. Your mod value is 7. So you need to place 37 at location 7. Then after 90, mod 10 is equal to 0. Place at 0. Then 55, mod 10 is equal to 5. At index 5, you need to place 55. After that 22. Again, it is at location 2. Then 11 at location 1. Then 17. 17 mod 10 is equal to 7. Okay. Now here we have already placed 7 at location 7. Okay. Hence we will apply, now we can apply the quadratic probing here. Now let's see how to apply the quadratic probing. Okay. Now for that the formula is HI key is equal to hash key plus I square mod M. Okay. Now we will choose the value of I as 0, 1, 2 up to the up to the size of the table, whichever is applicable. Note this thing, whichever is applicable. We need to check one by one. So now consider I is equal to first 0. So now here hash key. Now hash key is what? Hash key means that number. Which number we need to place in the hash table? It is 17. So 17 plus I square. I square means 0 square. 0 square mod 10. So 0 square means 0. 17 mod 10 is equal to 7. But this place is already occupied by 7. Okay. So we cannot place at index 0. Okay. So next, let's take the next value of I, which is 1. So 17 plus I square, that is 1 square, is equal to, now the value is 18. 1 square is 1. 17 plus 1 is 18. 18 mod 10 is equal to 8. Okay. When I is equal to 1. So 8. Check the index 8. Is there any value at index 8? No. Your index 8 is empty. So you can put this 17 at index 8 according to the quadratic probing function. Got this? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now the next number after 17 is 49. Okay. So for 49, 49 mod 10 is equal to 9. 9 is empty. So you can place 49 at index 9. Okay. So after 49, next number is 87. So 87 mod 10 is again 7, which is not empty, which is also occupied. So again you need to apply quadratic probing for this number 87, hash key 87. Okay. So let's apply the rule again. Now, according to the rule, HI key, I will write it again, is equal to hash key plus I square mod m. Okay. Now here, take the values of I one by one as 0, 1, 2, 3 and check the result whether it is empty or not. Okay. So first I will consider the value of I as 0. So 87 is the number, that is the hash key, plus 0 square mod 10 is equal to, yes, 87 plus 0 square, it is 87, 87 mod 10 is 7. That is not empty. So you cannot place at index 0. Next is 87 plus 1 square mod 10. Here the value of I is 1. That is index 1. Index 1. Okay. So 87 plus 1 square. 1 square is 1. 87 plus 1 is 88. 88 mod 10 is 8. And that is also occupied. So you cannot consider the value of index 1 also. Okay. Next is 87 plus 2. Check the next index 2. So 87 plus 2 square mod 10. Okay. So 2 square is 4. 87 plus 4 is, yes, 87 plus 4 is 91. 91 mod 10 is 1. Isn't it? Yes. So it is also occupied. 1 is also occupied by 11. Yes. So you need to check the next index. Now next index is 3. 87 plus 3 square mod 10. Tell me the answer. Yes. 96. What is the answer? 87 plus 3 square mod 10?
96.
96. Yes, 96. That means mod 10 value is 6. Isn't it? So this slot is free. 6 is free. So you can place 87 at position 6. So I am going to place 87 here. 87. Got this? Yes? Is this clear? Quadratic probing. Probing means it is just a word for inserting the value in the hash table. This is nothing but the probing. And quadratic probing, the formula is given as h1 key is equal to hash key plus I square mod 10. This is the formula given. You just need to apply the formula to find out the empty position in the hash table. Okay. So if you observe this whole process, then if you want to place the necessary element in the hash table, the size of the divisor, that is m, should be twice as large as the number of the element. Okay, got this? So this is quadratic probing. Now the next concept is double probing. Sorry, double hashing. Double hashing. Is there any problem in the quadratic probing?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So shall we move ahead? Shall I take the next concept?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you. So double hashing it is a technique actually in which a second hash function is applied to the key. Okay, one more function, that is a second hash function. We call it as a second hash function, and that can be applied to the key when the collision occurs. Okay, so by applying the second hash function, you will get the number of position from the point of collisions to insert. That means what? Second hash function gives you the number of positions at which you can insert your number. It is not going to give you the number of the index. It gives the number of positions to skip and to insert the number hash key, actual hash key. Okay, so let's see. Now for this, there are two important rules to be followed for the second function. Okay, The first rule is it must never evaluate to 0. It must never. I hope all of you have a notebook with you and you are writing the important points in your notebook. It must never evaluate to 0. So why this is an important rule? Obviously, if your second hash function evaluating the 0, that means that is again it gives you the same index, but that index is not empty. That's why you are going to apply the second hash function. Na? But if your second hash function is also gives you the value 0, that means he suggests a 0 position or next position is the same position. Got it? So second is must make sure that all cells can be probed. That means whichever the cell suggested by the second hash function, that should be empty. You can probe a value, you can insert a value at that position. Okay, must make sure that all the cells can be probed. So these are the two important rules to be followed for the hash function. Got this? Now let's say the formula. The formula to be used for double hashing is H1 key. Now first key is key mod table size. Just note this thing. First we are going to apply the mod function on table size, whatever the size of your table. Okay. And second key, that is the second hash function. For this, m minus key mod m. Now here what is this m? What is the value of the m? Okay. Now here m is a primary number smaller than the table size. Just note this thing. M is a primary number smaller than the size of table. Now what is meant by this? Suppose your table size is 10. So in your first H1 key, when you find out your simple key and without collision, then your table size is 10. That is key mod 10. Suppose my number is 33. So I can simply apply 33 mod 10. That is my index is 3. Okay. But when collision occurs and if this position, that is if the index 3 is not empty, then you need to move to the second function or second hash function, that is H2 key. And for that, your m is the primary number smaller than the size of the table. Now the primary number smaller than 10 is what? 7. So you need to consider the value of m as 7. Got this? Yes or no? We are going to apply this to solve the problem. So should I consider an example for this now? Concept is clear?
Ma'am, please repeat once.
Okay. Here we are going to apply the first function. By applying that first function, if you get the key and that if you get the index and that index is empty, you can directly place your number at that index. Got this? But if that index is not empty, that means collision occurs. And to solve this collision or to remove this collision, you can apply the second hash function. And when you apply the first hash function, you have to take the value of mod or the mod value to be applied for a mod function as the size of the table. And while applying the second hash function, you have to consider the mod or you have to apply the mod function with the m. M means a primary number smaller than the size of the table. Okay. Now let's see the example directly. Then it will clear your concept as second hash function. What exactly the second hash function is? So 37, 90, 45, 22, 17, 49 and 55. These are your numbers and your table size is 10. Okay. So let's initially you can insert the element using the formula for H1 key. So what is the formula for H1 key? Formula of H1 key is key mod table size. This is the simple one. Key mod table size. So what is the table size? It is 10. Okay. So I will write the table here. 0, 1, 2, 3, sorry. 0, 1, 2, 9. Okay. So let's take the first number and apply the first function, that is the normal hash function. 37. 37 mod 10, it is 7. You can place at 7. 90. 90 mod 10 is equal to 0 at index 0. Then 45 mod 10 is equal to 5. 22 mod 10 is equal to 2. All these places are already empty. Then 49 mod 10 is equal to 9. This is also empty. Okay. So let's put these values first. So first is 37. 37 at index 7. Then 90 at index 0. Then 45 at index 5. Then 22 at index 2. 49 at index 9. Now the next number is, yes, after 49 your next number is 17. Now for this 17 mod 10 is equal to 7. That is not an empty index. So H1 17 is equal to 17 mod 10 is equal to 7. So 7 is not empty index. So you have to apply H2 function, that is the second function. So second hashing H2 key, that is H2 17 is equal to m minus key mod 10. Key mod m. Now the value of m is, now your table size is 10. Again, the smaller primary number than 10 is, yes, before 10 which is the primary number? Yes,
2, 3,
7.
5, 7.
2, 3, 5, 7. So smaller than 10. Smaller than 10 means immediate number is 7. Na? So you need to consider 7 as a primary number. So here 7 minus 17 mod 7. So 7 minus, now 17 mod 7. What is the value? 7 into 2 is 14. Remaining value is, remainder is 3. So mod value is, yes, is it 3? Yes, mod value is 3. So what is the answer? 7 minus 3 is 4. So according to your second function, you get the value 4, but this 4 is not the index at which you are going to place 17. What is this 4? What this 4 indicates? That means we have to insert the element 17 at 4 places from 37. What is the actual index of 17? It is 7. But that 7 position we have already placed 37. Okay. So you need to count 4 places after 37. That means you need to check, you need to take the 4 jumps. In short, you can say that you need to, we have to take the 4 jumps to plus 17. Got this? Got this? Yes? Is it clear? You have to take the 4 jumps. 4 is not the index. Just do remember this thing. Now from where you need to take the jump? From the actual index. Now what is the actual index? It is 7. But 7 is not empty. That's why we have applied the second function. Second hashing. Now by second hashing you will get the how many numbers you need to take the jump and to place the value. Now here, now from this 7, this is the first jump, second, third and fourth. So my index is 1, which is the fourth location here. So I am going to place 17 at index 1.
बोलून नका 5 मिनिटं.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ऍक्च्युली मी आता जस्ट आपलं ऑफिशियल चॅट बघितलं, ज्याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला न्यूज कळलीच असेल.
हॅलो आवाज. हॅलो मॅडम. हॅलो
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
काय
Yeah, I'm
ऍक्च्युली
audible.
झालंय कोणाला माहिती आहे का?
Yes, काय माहिती का कोणाला काय झालंय?
मैम उनके एक फ्रेंड से कांटेक्ट हुआ, वो बोले कि हार्ट अटैक आया था बोले।
हॅलो,
हाँ आ रही है.
काय झालंय ऍक्च्युली?
एक मिनट, लेकिन ये कंफर्म है ना कि इज नो मोर? वो कंफर्म है? कहाँ पे रहता है वो?
हॅलो,
मैम राहू
Yes.
नियर शिक्रापूर,
शिक्रापूर.
नियर शिक्रापूर राहू विलेज. राहूला राहतो मॅम तो.
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, बरं 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 बरं. आणि कसं काय झालं रे हे?
मॅम ते त्याच्या फॅमिलीमध्ये सगळे शॉक्टच आहे. अजून त्यांनी व्यवस्थित पूर्णपणे माहिती नाही सांगितली डिटेल्स.
अच्छा, तू त्याच्या
मॅम
शेजारी राहतोस का?
नाही मॅम, सुमित बोलेल. मॅम मी प्रबल बोलतोय.
ओके.
हॅलो मॅम.
हा बोल.
मॅम मी त्याच्या एका मित्राला ओळखतो. त्याच्या मित्राने मला सांगितलं की त्याला हार्ट अटॅक आलेला काल रात्री, त्यामुळे त्याची डेथ झाली.
खूपच शॉकिंग आहे.
खूप शॉकिंग आहे रे हे.
बरोबर आहे. मी या वयात हार्ट अटॅक, विश्वास बसत नाही.
बाकीच्या सगळ्यांनी हे बघा, सगळ्यांनी आपली तब्येत महत्वाची आहे. आपली तब्येत महत्वाची आहे. व्यवस्थित तुमचा डाएट ठेवत जा. जरी आपण घरी असलो तरी आपलं काही जे काही योगा वगैरे आहे, जे तुमचे काही व्यायाम वगैरे आहेत, हे सगळ्यांनी व्यवस्थित करायचंय. आपली तब्येत महत्वाची आहे पहिल्यांदा, हे लक्षात घ्या सगळ्यांनी. कुठल्याही गोष्टीचं टेन्शन घ्यायचं नाही. अभ्यासाचं तर नाहीच नाही घ्यायचं टेन्शन. सगळ्यांनी लक्षात ठेवायचं. तुम्हाला काहीही अकॅडमिकच्या रिलेटेड काही प्रॉब्लेम असू द्या, वी विल ऑलवेज विथ यू. बट डोंट टेक टेन्शन रिगार्डिंग युअर सब्जेक्ट और ऑल द थिंग्स. डोंट टेक अ टेन्शन. ठीक आहे, सगळ्यांनी लक्षात ठेवा. सगळ्यांनी स्वतःच्या तब्येतीची काळजी घ्या व्यवस्थित.
Health is wealth. So don't take any tension from our side or college side.
कसं काय?
श्रद्धांजलीमध्ये जायचं का? हे केलं नाही ना, म्हणजे ठीक आहे. मग आता म्हटलं अर्ध झालंय मला. तसं सांगायचं. कालच मार्क्स भरला तर हे करा ना, म्हणजे तसं म्हणायचं का किती अश्विनी तुम्हाला म्हणून जायचं असेल, भेटायचं ऑफ आहे ना, हे जायचं असेल तर जाऊ शकता जवळचे असं म्हणा त्यांना. म्हणून सुट्टी देतोय आज अनऑफिशियल. एकच लेक्चर आहे प्रॅक्टिकल, बाकी काय.
हॅलो, आपण आता कंटिन्यू नाही करू शकत. आपण नेक्स्ट लेक्चरला कंटिन्यू करूया लेक्चर. ठीक आहे ना?
येस मॅडम,
तुम्हाला हा
ऍक्च्युली
पॉइंट जो चालू केलाय तो मी परत एकदा रिपीट करेन, काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही.
ठीक आहे. इथून पुढचे लेक्चर्स होणार नाहीत बरं का, जे काही आहे ते. आपण जे जवळचे कोणी
आजच्या
त्याचे फ्रेंड
दिवसाचे
सर्कल
फक्त.
आजच्या दिवसाचे फक्त. ठीक आहे. आणि जर जवळचे कोणी मित्र वगैरे त्यांना जायचं असेल तर तुम्ही बघा, म्हणजे तुमच्या काय असेल. ठीक आहे ना सोनोने मॅडम? ओके, ऑल ऑफ यू यू टेक केअर युअरसेल्फ. ठीक आहे.
Goodbye.